ladies and gentlemen, it's your girl Choreo here, and in this video we're going to be learning how to do the SHAKIRA wine. Now, many of you have complained that, oh my god, Chrissy, we're not going to be able to do all those acrobatic things by Sunday. Okay, that's alright. That's alright. You can leave the acrobatic craziness to people like me, and you can just kind of calm down and do stuff like this. Now, SHAKIRA wine is very petite, it's cute, it's girly, it's sexy. So, as the name suggests, yes, I almost fell. I literally was being cute and my arm was dropped down over my foot there. Don't laugh at me in the comments. Anyway, so with the SHAKIRA wine, what I want you to do first and foremost, but let me demonstrate it for you first, right? SHAKIRA wine, you can put the feet together or they can be shoulders apart. So, feet together, it looks like this. Side, 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 side. So it's really undulations on the, is that coronal, on the coronal plane, or sorry, layman terms, on in this plane here, cutting through space that way, this way, yeah? All right, so cool. So what we're going to do first and foremost is we're going to be stretching the lateral fibers, right, of the trunk. So you're going to be doing it in different zones. So for example, we can go dead side, then I'm going to move to the middle, and then a little bit forward. And then over to the middle again, directly to the side, little bit back, little bit back. Why are we doing that? Is because, look here, my always I drop gems panona. Make sure to sink this in. Not for just now, but for future references as well. The muscle fibers are not uniformed like this. Them kind of move in different directions. Not like this, but you get what I'm saying? This is why there are so many different movements for one single exercise. So for example, if I tell you to stretch, you don't only need to stretch this direction, but you can move forward a little bit and you can bring it back so that you can get nice increased flexibility, extensibility in all the muscle fibers along the side of the trunk. All right, so we're gonna hold each just a few seconds, right? You can pause the video and hold it longer if you want. So I'm stretching over. You don't wanna lift up through the torso, breathe in and reach over, right? Into front, side. So I'm really just kind of doing this in one straight motion versus just kind of holding it in each position, front, middle, side, just kind of moving through the paces. Yeah. Whew, Sunday is gonna be crazy. All right, moving to the next side, reaching over, stretch. And little tip, nutrition wise, I have not been giving you guys nutrition tips. I'm really sorry. I know I promised that I would. But by now, you really should have ditched all the junk food. By this, ladies, you should not be, ladies and gentlemen too, who are going to be putting on costumes, you shouldn't be, no junk food should be in your system right now. And if you haven't stopped, just stop. All right, you want to stop, decrease your intake of all of them heavy sugars there and stick to vegetables, stick to salads and water, right? No sodas, no fruit juices. As a matter of fact, you can actually start, so if you are well bloated, and say, for example, you're holding on to a lot of water, you can probably cut down the amount of water that you drink. Do that with special care, right? I'm going to drop a little info in below to give you a little idea of how far you can go with that. I don't want to say that and then people go dehydrate themselves and then go on the road and totally drop down. All right, but one way of looking nice and snatched is by going through a little bit of a dehydration, quick diet, quick tip. All right, you gotta know how to do these things. Let's go to this side again. So stretch, 1, 2, 3, reaching forward, swing it back like a willow. We don't break, we can bend, but we don't break. So there we go, other side, reaching over, you're just stretching it out, ooh, stretching it out. And if you find that one side is a little bit more limber than the other, that's fine. The next thing we're going to be doing is just stretching the hips. So from here, we're just going to lift. So I place this leg across, obviously, and you're just going to lift up and over, right? So now the stretch is deepened into the hip down here. You want to hold it for a little bit. You can actually kind of do a little dynamic stretch versus just holding it. You can just kind of bouncing it a little bit, not too harsh. Just a nice good bounce. So I'm bouncing, but I do this. Jesus God, some of you are just so dramatic. Moving the other foot over. So we go here. Hither, lift up, and reaching over. Getting into those quadratus lumborum, the lower hip muscles right down here. Yeah, nice. Nice thing, guys. All right, so now what we're going to be doing, we're going to start shoulder width apart to the legs, right? And all I want you to do is just shift the hip from side to side. Kind of get used to that. You see how that feels? Side, 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 side. If it helps, pulling the belly button in. Whenever I'm doing hip movements, belly undulations, whatever it is, I like to engage my core, right? It helps me to feel a little bit more grounded. So let's try that. So push side, side. For some persons, this might feel a little strange, pushing from side to side. Let me turn to this direction so that you can see exactly what I'm doing. Putting my belly button in, and I shift from side to side just like that. So I'm in between two flat sheets of wood or walls, whatever, right? But the fact of the matter is I cannot move forward, I can't move back, all right? The back, do it again. Remember, you can pause the video and do this as many times as you want to repeat it. Feet feel a little bit too far apart, so I carry them shoulder width. Pushing the hips from side to side. Every so often you can just do a little pause. So if at any point there's a little bit of a stretch issue, you want to just address that by just holding the position like about 10 seconds more. All right. Turning to this side, still pushing. Side, side. All right, so by now we should be a little bit more warm. So what we're essentially doing is we're creating circles with the hip to that side and returning. So starting shoulder width apart, you're going to lift the hip and imagine drawing a circle and bringing it in. This side, circle, bringing it in. All right, so we're going to do that 4 times to the right, 4 times to the left, and then I'm going to turn my back so you can see what's happening. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1. Lift, make a circle with the hip. Lift, make a circle with the hip. Lift, so lift, make a circle with the hip. Lift, make a circle with the hip. Third one. Lift, make a circle with the hip. Lift, make a circle with the hip. And one more. Lift, make a circle with the hip. Lift, make a circle with the hip. So what I want you to think about now, why we actually stretched all those muscles in the beginning. Whenever I do it for nothing now, whenever I just do it for show step, we can stretch. This is why we did it. When you lift, you extend. You're stretching. So the more right here so it's stretched out, extensibility is increased, you will have more of a shape, right? So versus just kind of going right here, you can actually push the hip out and make bigger circles. All right, so let's try that. Emphasizing the pushing out and grabbing in. 4 times, singles, right? And then I'm going to turn around, okay? So we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4. Turning. So we go. So here we go. 3, 2, 1. We go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me slow that down. 1, lift, circle, lift, circle, lift, circle, lift, circle. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now, a thought just came to me. I don't know if any of you thought about this, but it's not a circle as you would have seen that goes around like a wine. It's not that type of circle. This is moving in the coronal plane, or this flat line, this horizontal plane right here. Yeah? So I'm not, as you can see, I'm not circling the hip. I'm moving the hips like a crab. So it's almost like a crab would be whining. You know, crabs can't go around in a circle, so they have to go like that. All right, let's get back to the tutorial. All right, so here we go. 3, 2, 1, we go. And right now what I'm going to do is carry the legs a little bit closer, so I get a different feel of moving versus all the way out here, coming a little bit. So 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And now I'm going to bring it even closer. My aim now is to go down to medium pace and then to come back up. So it's the same movement that you're doing going down and coming up. All you're doing now is challenging yourself by going down, getting that eccentric contraction in the quadriceps or getting a little bit of a stretch in the quadriceps. It will really challenge the thighs, right? So when you're going down, it's going to be like, ah! You will know when to stop. Your body will tell you when to stop. Do not allow yourself to go to the point of dropping down on the ground, all right? Not a good look. Not a good look. So here we go. So, I mean, this is a good look. This is a good look. But falling on the ground, that's not a good look. Here we go. 3, 3, 2, 1. I bring my feet together. We're going down. 3, 2, 1. Side, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Bring it up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right. Let's do that one more time. We're going all the way down again. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Coming back up. And you can just choose any which way you want to come back up on. So you can start back on the same side that you stopped. So if you go all the way down and you stop here, you can either choose to do it again, coming back up, or you could do the reverse, right? So that's also an option. So for example, if I go down, ning, 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 you could go lift, 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 lift. Very common in belly dancing. Yes, I've done belly dancing. Good God, duh. So anyway, guys, I love dancing. One of my dreams is to travel the world and learn many different dance cultures. That's just one of my dreams, like to just travel to places that there's a lot of dancing. Drop a comment below, where should I travel to that has like a sick dance culture? Don't say Africa, because like duh, Africa is like number 1 on the list. Here we go. We're gonna go down, I'm going to reverse it coming up. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Reverse, lift this up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now what you also want to pay attention to is the fact that my feet do not remain stagnant. So they don't remain like just here going down. I'm actually, if you look at it, I'm pedaling the feet gently, right? It's not like I'm not doing that. Although if you're good enough, you can do that and make that look good. You know what I mean? You can do that and make it look, well, I look like a crab. But anyway, moving on. When you're going down, right? We are pedaling the feet subtly, right? So here we go. 3, 2, 1. Look at my feet. They go here, here. So I am slowly, each time I move the hip, the heel comes up. Yeah? And that also helps to bring nice fluidity to the hip. You get me? So let me turn to the front and do it. We go here, here, right? So I'm kind of emphasizing the feet just so you can get an idea of how I'm pedaling my feet. If I turn to the side and put my hands up, we go here, right? You can see my feet actually pedaling. So if I'm just keeping it right here at moderate pace. All right, so let us do from the top. We're going to be doing 4 in just a regular pace. We're going to turn around, do them going down and then coming back up, and then we'll be through. All right, so here we go. In 3, 2, 1. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, ma'am. Here we go. To the back. 5, 6, 7, 8. Shakira Wine, and I do hope that some of you pretty kitties will be able to do that. There's a dance move for everybody, and I am the girl who teaches them all. Big up on yourself, it's your girl, Choreo.